Hello and welcome to G Fun Facts Online. Today we're exploring a quiet revolution in housing, a new paradigm that's moving away from the shadows of institutional living and towards something far more empowering for individuals with special needs. We're talking about co-living. This approach, which emphasizes community, shared resources, and mutual support, is proving to be a powerful alternative for adults with a wide range of developmental, intellectual, physical, and mental health challenges. It's not just about offering a place to live, but a place to thrive. To understand why co-living is so revolutionary, we need a quick look back at history. For much of the 20th century, the prevailing approach for housing people with disabilities was institutionalization. Large, state-run facilities, often in isolated areas, became the default. These places were frequently overcrowded and underfunded, focused more on containment than care. Residents were stripped of their autonomy, subjected to rigid routines, and cut off from the rest of society. The very architecture was designed to segregate and control. Then, starting around the mid-20th century, a major shift happened. The civil rights movement championed the rights of all marginalized groups, and a growing awareness of the horrific conditions inside these institutions sparked public outrage. This, along with new psychiatric medications, paved the way for the deinstitutionalization movement. From the 1960s through the 90s, the goal was to move individuals out of large institutions and into community-based settings. The idea was to provide a less restrictive environment and more independence. While it was a huge step forward, the transition was far from perfect. In many cases, institutions were closed, without creating adequate community resources to replace them, leaving many people without the support they needed. It's from the lessons of this history that the modern concept of co-living for special needs has emerged. It's not a mini institution. It's a deliberately created supportive community where residents have a say in their lives. So what are the specific benefits that make co-living so appealing? First and foremost, it masters the delicate balance between independence and support. Residents have the opportunity to manage their own daily tasks, like cooking, cleaning, and managing schedules, which is crucial for building confidence and self-reliance. But they do this knowing that help is available when it's needed. This support is tailored to the individual and can be adjusted as their needs change. It's a flexible system that empowers residents to take control of their lives. Perhaps the most significant benefit is the built-in community. Social isolation is a major challenge for many individuals with disabilities. Co-living directly addresses this by creating daily opportunities for social interaction. Shared meals, group activities, and collaborative decision-making help residents build strong, meaningful friendships and a powerful sense of belonging. It provides a safe and structured environment to practice and improve social skills, which in turn boosts emotional well-being. Then there's the practical side: affordability. The rising cost of housing affects everyone, but especially individuals with disabilities who may be on a fixed income. Co-living offers a more cost-effective solution by allowing residents to share expenses like rent, utilities, and even caregiving services. This makes supported living accessible to a much broader range of people. Finally, co-living provides enhanced safety and peace of mind for both the residents and their families. The built-in support network, whether it's on-site staff or just the informal support of housemates, means that help is always nearby in an emergency. This can alleviate much of the anxiety that often comes with independent living. The true power of this model is best understood through the stories of the people who live it. One individual shared their experience of moving into a Larche community, a model where people with and without intellectual disabilities live together. They described being welcomed with whoops of joy and hugs, a stark contrast to the judgment they often faced in the outside world. This person noted that the community gave them the permission to be completely myself, without judgment. They told the story of a man who, upon joining the community, was nonverbal and withdrawn because of past trauma. But over time, surrounded by a nurturing environment, he began to laugh, speak in fuller sentences, and transformed into a man full of giggles and toothless smiles. This shows the profound impact that a sense of belonging can have. In another neurodiverse co-housing community, a resident named Slay explained what made his home so different. He spoke of a deep sense of community, where your heart is tied to community, and that grows into trust and being vulnerable. It's this intentionality, this choice to be neighbors and actively support one another, that fosters a culture of mutual understanding. Then there's the story of Sam, a person with a significant disability who moved from a nursing home to his own apartment with support. He was initially terrified, thinking he was too disabled to live independently. But now, he says he loves living on his own. These stories highlight that with the right environment, people can not only live more independently, but truly flourish. A huge part of creating that right environment is the physical design of the space. Thoughtful architecture is crucial. A key principle is universal design, which goes beyond basic accessibility. It's about creating environments that are usable by all people, without needing special adaptations. This includes things like step-free entries, wider corridors and doorways for wheelchairs, accessible bathrooms with grab bars, and lever handles on doors instead of knobs. Good design also has to balance privacy and community. You need inviting common areas, kitchens, lounges, gardens, that are centrally located to encourage spontaneous interaction. At the same time, private living spaces must be a sanctuary, where residents can retreat and recharge. This is achieved through things like acoustic design, using sound dampening materials to minimize noise between rooms. For individuals with sensory sensitivities, such as those on the autism spectrum, sensory-friendly design is a game changer. The sensory environment can have a profound impact on well-being. This means using dimmable, indirect lighting and avoiding fluorescent lights that can flicker and hum. It means using a calming color palette with earthy tones and avoiding visually noisy patterns. And it means ensuring good ventilation and using materials that don't give off strong odors. And we can't forget the role of technology. Smart home technology is becoming incredibly important in these communities. Voice-activated controls for lights and thermostats can be a game changer for someone with limited mobility. Automated systems can handle tasks like opening blinds or reminding residents to take medication. And health and safety monitors, like fall detection sensors and emergency alert systems, provide an extra layer of security while respecting residents' privacy. Of course, building these communities is not a simple task. Navigating the maze of funding and regulations is a major challenge. Securing funding is often like putting together a puzzle. It requires piecing together a mosaic of sources, including government funding like Medicaid Home and community-based services waivers, programs from the Department of Housing and Urban Development, or HUD, as well as state grants, private philanthropy from foundations, and nonprofit partnerships. Then there is the regulatory labyrinth. Local zoning laws can be a huge obstacle. Many cities have outdated rules that don't account for co-living and may have restrictive definitions of what a household is. This can lead to the not in my backyard or NIMBY phenomenon, where opposition from neighbors, often fueled by stereotypes, can block a project. Overcoming these barriers requires significant advocacy and education. Finally, the governance structure is vital. A successful co-living community empowers its residents, giving them a voice in the decisions that affect their lives. This is often done through resident councils and a process called supported decision-making, which is an alternative to guardianship that allows individuals to make their own choices, with help from a trusted support network. This promotes self-determination and ensures residents are active participants in their own lives. And these pioneering models are already out there proving this concept works. L'Arche, founded in 1964, is an international federation of communities where people with and without intellectual disabilities share their lives. The Camp Hill movement creates intentional communities, often in rural settings, centered around a life of shared work and artistic activities. And more recent developments include neuro-inclusive communities, which are specifically designed to meet the needs of individuals on the autism spectrum. Models like First Place Phoenix in Arizona and Thrive Red Bank in New Jersey offer apartments with sensory-friendly design features and shared amenities, like teaching kitchens and fitness centers. While the rise of co-living is incredibly promising, there is still a critical shortage of these options. Many people face long waiting lists. But despite the challenges, the future is bright. The growing recognition of the importance of community and independence is driving a powerful movement for change. Co-living marks a new, hopeful chapter in the history of housing for individuals with special needs. It's a fundamental shift away from the dehumanizing models of the past and towards a future where everyone has the chance to live in a supportive, inclusive community. It's not just about providing a place to live, but a place to truly call home. Thanks for tuning in to G Fun Facts Online.